I am coming to Sacramento. There are still tickets left. Go get them. Nashville and Atlanta will definitely sell out. And I just added LA in early May along to Denver. Oh my God, there's so many. Raleigh, San Francisco, and that LA show will definitely be sold out. So go get your tickets, AshleyGavin.com. Sign up for the alerts. And listener, go support Kate. They are starting their regular show, the Lucas Spectacular. It's a comedy show, drag, variety, music, all kinds of great things. Go check it out. Union Hall in Brooklyn, Thursday, May 26th. At the Kate Sis, go check it out Thursday, May 26th, listener. And then on today's episode, we have my dear friend, Emily Wilson. I've known her for years. She tells this hilarious story that I was hoping she would tell about her time on The X Factor, because she was on that reality TV show years ago. And it's so funny and it's so gay, and you're just absolutely going to love it. She has a lot of great shows coming up in New York and LA, so go check her out, The Real Emily Wilson. I think is her handle on everything. All right, guys. I hope you enjoy.
When I was 15, I was on the X Factor. We get to the top 17, and then the following week was the top 12. It was the first time America could vote, and naturally we got voted off. The first time America had a say. And they immediately like scoop you out, and they take you to this other hotel. We've now known each other for a couple months. We're all budding, pubescent children who want to be famous, whose dreams just got crushed. We are vulnerable. We are horny. A non-penetrative orgy breaks out.
This is exactly what would happen in that situation.
I know, and it's like, wouldn't you be a little bummed if it didn't happen?
We're in the apartment. We're having gay sex. It's been a while.
It has. My vagina closed back up.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Damn.
What happened?
Just a while since gay sex. It's closed back up.
But you know that you have a hymen with...
Yeah. I forgot
your
about
hymen
that.
is complex.
Yeah, no, it can't close up. I was just making a silly joke.
Well, I was curious about your hymen and whether or not...
Hymen's still gone. Quick hymen check. Quick hymen check. Still gone.
Hymen check. 1, 2. 2 fingers. We're good. Okay. Emily, thanks for being here.
Thanks so much for having me. I am so excited to be here.
You're an old friend of mine.
Yeah. And Kate.
And Kate. Not mine first.
That, you know what? That is true.
I'm not actually sure
we
about
spent
that.
a lot of evenings at open mics together.
Yes.
Yes.
In the distant past.
God's
We
forsaken.
did.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Sometimes people will comment on my TikTok, you still doing mics at Climate? And then I hunt them down and I kill those people.
Oh my God. Memories of that place are like the least favorite thing that could ever pop into my mind. I like so try and forget every experience I had there.
It's a mixed feeling for me.
Yeah. That was the first time I ever saw you, actually, was at a Climate mic.
That's the only place anyone saw me.
Yeah.
For 6 years.
Yeah. And then, did you get banned?
I got banned. I went out with the greats.
Yeah. Only the greats get banned from Climate mics.
You know, the greats, like people who scream slurs and...
Yeah.
It was a weird combination of like really good comics and insane people.
Any open mic is. That's what makes them so scary.
And special.
Special is a good word, yeah.
Did we see the lady who performed her stand-up at the AMC movie theater when the projector wasn't working?
No.
You
What?
guys haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna send it to you,
Phenomenal.
and you're gonna jump off a cliff. It's the most cringy thing I've ever seen in my life.
She did it Mikeless?
Mikeless.
She had got up and started doing stand-up?
Yeah, so the movie
What
wasn't
movie
working.
was it? And
Probably Batman. I don't know. In LA.
This matters so much, though, what movie it was.
Yeah, context.
Oh, I don't know. I want to say it was Batman. What else is anyone else watching? And it was in LA.
Yeah.
AMC
Of
Burbank.
course it was.
And the projector wasn't working. And, you know, so people are antsy. They're like, oh, like, I want to watch my movie. And so she got up and started doing stand-up. And it's just like,
She's like, how you guys doing? You good? I'm single.
You know what? I'm
Who's
glad you
single?
said it
Who's
was
single?
in LA. That makes a lot more sense.
There was like
now.
singing and chanting in it as well. There was like
In her set?
Yeah.
This is the most LA thing because you know there are other comics in the room being like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
There's someone
set's
in the
better than
audience
this. being
like, I have a Tony. Shut the up.
It's true. It's true. A lot of the open micers have Emmys in LA. This is so inside baseball. Is this gay sex? I think this is the opposite of gay sex.
It's definitely masturbatory in a sense. what I would say.
That's why you're here. That's why. Do we have soundboard today?
We won't hear it, but
Not
I
out loud.
am on the board.
Okay, well, I'm going to give that an air horn. Well done.
Thank you.
That's an air horn
Thank
for
you so much.
I don't know if you've heard of those, but look at Fulton. Well, I'm so glad you're here. We have Emily Wilson here today, online comedian, podcaster at some point, because I did your podcast. I don't know if you have a podcast going on right now.
I'm about to.
Oh, amazing. Comedian, one-woman show.
Yes.
And a weekly show here in New York City.
Yes.
And I'm hoping I'll be on it at some point. I wanted to ask you.
Of course. Is this you inviting me on? Is asking
This
me
is me getting up at the AMC Theater doing my tight five for you to be on your show.
Yes.
Emily Wilson, thank you for being here.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
And Emily is also a singer. I should have mentioned that. You're just like a super well-rounded performer. You're a triple threat.
Oh my God. The generosity of those words.
No.
Sure. Yeah, no, I am. I sing in my one-woman show, and that's lately I've been trying to figure out a way to say that's not cringy. Of like, I wouldn't call myself a singer, but my comedy is fully musical. So it's like,
yeah.
Well, yeah, if you're singing in your comedy, I guess kind of a singer.
Did you grow up just like performing all the time?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I did like all the musical theater, plays, talent shows, all that stuff.
Nice.
And the X Factor.
And yes, when I was 15, I was on the X Factor, which is what my one-woman show is now about. It's telling that whole story.
So fucking funny.
So nuts. Like the further I get from it, like distance-wise in time, I'm like, what? Like I don't even recognize. It feels like another world, like in another universe.
And if you want some fashion tips, you should go onto YouTube and watch those clips because those outfits are now back in. Weirdly.
Oh yeah, like what, a denim vest and white jeans and a white cap. Those hats are back in. There she goes.
I love this sign, but
Seinfeld.
we
It's a
don't
very
have a
cute
hook
sign.
for it.
Seinfeld.
Alex made it.
I can help you lift
What?
it. Is it heavy?
I said the sign fell, and then I said Seinfeld.
So we're on fire. We're on fucking fire.
Kidding. That's air horn. Air horn.
Air horn. Air horn. Wow, barely a pun. Definitely didn't make sense.
Seinfeld. It's a homonym. Look, that's the word you're looking for. Homonym.
We've got some Jews here. Maybe we can throw that in. We're complaining about things.
Who's
There's
Jewish
stand-up
here?
comedy.
Are you
Yeah.
Jewish?
Well, I'm only a part Jewish.
In your lineage?
Yes.
There's Jewish in your lineage.
There's no
Cool.
religion in my family.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Very cool. How modern. How 21st century of you. I'm finding as I get older and further away from childhood, I'm getting more spiritual.
Oh, well, yeah.
As like,
Yes,
as I'm getting
definitely.
older and realizing how finite everything is, I'm like, maybe, I
Also
hope
this-
there's something after all this.
The state of the world, I think, also
Yes.
is pushing
Yeah.
us towards spirituality.
I grew up with faith and then lost it.
Didn't we all? Are you what faith?
I'm so glad you're here.
I'm so happy to be here. Just I haven't seen you.
I know.
in
And we
years.
wanted to book you like a year ago, and then I just
Well, you're touring. You've got your Sunday school weekly. You're doing this. I mean,
thank you.
busy girl.
Yeah. Oh, I actually.
Pissy girl.
All right. Should we do introductions?
Yeah.
Okay. I am Ashley Gavin. I'm a cis gay white woman. She her pronouns for me. But yeah, I'm feeling good. And as always, you absolutely crushed it at Sunday school this past Sunday. I
thank
wanted
you.
to say that out loud as well. You
Thank
just
you, that was
fucking
fun.
were in the fucking zone. As always, the cancel coach to keep me from getting canceled. The only medicine that this guy needs are two big old medicine balls. So head down to your local CrossFit gym, grab those balls, give them to Kate Sisk.
Hey, everybody, it's me, K-Sis, the cancel coach, the fat in the chat. I'm a white, bisexual, lesbian dyke. He, she, he, they, pronouns, anything.
That was great. That was an improvement.
My voice cracking in the hesitation as I look down into the depths of my own soul was an
Baby
improvement.
steps.
Kate
Baby
hates
steps.
all pronouns.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Feels misgendered by all of them.
Yeah.
Cool.
My gender of the week, as submitted by the listeners, is this viral photo of 3 lesbians that all showed up to work wearing the same thing,
Love that.
which is also how I dressed for probably 3 years.
I was going to say, is one of them you?
Those pants are great. Great pants.
So funny. But
I love gay people. You got any shows coming up?
Yes, I've got the Luke-Ass Spectacular at Union Hall on Thursday, May 26th. It's going to be awesome. I'm hosting it in my
in Brooklyn.
drag. In Brooklyn, yes. I'm hosting it in my drag persona, Luke-Ass. And we're going to have comedians, musical performers, drag kings, everything. We're gonna have all kinds of shit on the show. It's gonna
And
be
they
very
should
fun.
come to the first one because if it gets sold out, then they'll give you a second one.
Yes, it's super important that I sell the first one out. We got 100 seats, so act quick because hopefully they'll go fast. Yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
And Emily?
My name is Emily Wilson. I am a white cis woman, female, Jewish, bisexual, and I do she, her pronouns.
Great. You fucking nailed it.
Thanks. I was
Nailed
trying to hit all the bullets.
You're going to be such an incredible mom.
Thank you. I
Do you
hope
want to
so. I do want to be a mom. I want like 6 kids. I want so many kids, and I'm gonna love them so much.
Now that you're a little, because I met you when you were very young.
You met me when I was very young, yeah.
And now, and I don't see you as young, but now that you're a little bit older, I'm like, she's going to be just a sick mom.
That's not very nice of you. I hope so. I don't know. I'm the youngest of, I have 3 older brothers. And I think when you don't have a younger sibling, it's hard to care about anybody else in the way that you care about yourself. Like my boyfriend is the second of 4.
Yeah.
And he has a younger brother who's 10 years younger than him. And he like in so many of his interactions, I see like a father in him because he's like cared for a little one.
Right.
And I am just so aloof. I feel like I'm very self-centered at times because I was the youngest, which makes me fear that I'm going to be a bad mom.
No, I don't.
But
I have a
also,
fear
you
of
know what
that.
they say, things like that, like, oh, I fear that I'll be a bad mom. I fear that I won't be an attentive enough teacher, or like
Right.
I fear that I won't be, you
You're
know, a
aware of it.
thoughtful enough therapist or whatever. It's like if you're fearing that you're not gonna be great, like that's when you're gonna be great.
Because you know you care.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Because you're
That's good because I
instead
live
of just
in
being like,
constant
I'm gonna
fear.
be dope at
Yes.
this, and then
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that in itself is self-centered.
Yeah.
Alex, mark this down so in a couple years I can tell my kids, listen back.
Yep, write it
Like,
down.
this is how you know.
Then make a
This is
calendar
why.
update 10 years from now.
Email Emily.
Your job depends on this, Alex.
Yeah. It's going to be the first thing I make
don't
my
know
kids
whether or
listen
not-
to.
Those jokes are funny. Anyway, I guess we'll get into the gay sex. I'm so glad that I have such an archive of gay sex that I've had over my life because I'm not in a dry spell, but I'm definitely not the slut I have been. I have like kind of one little main situation, but the dating apps are not really. I'm at the
Who's main? Do I know?
no.
Oh, okay. New person.
Yeah, and I don't know how I feel about talking about it on the podcast yet.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at.
Nice.
Sacred. You want to protect it. Smart. Smart.
Okay, shut up.
Wait, but we were just saying if you're happy about something, yeah, maybe don't speak it into existence. Let it not have any potential to be jinxed.
Yeah, but I am, you know, dating and not really. I haven't gone on a first date in a while.
Oh,
I'm
that's
st-
unusual for you.
I'm striking out. Yeah. I did a couple weeks ago approach someone
In real life?
in real life.
Exciting.
Whoa.
So I'll tell you this story.
Yeah.
And you guys need to tell me what I'm doing wrong because I haven't really been so successful in a while. So I'm at my my show and I see this very beautiful woman. I'm assuming I didn't really have that long conversation with her.
At Sunday school? At your
Yeah.
Sunday show? Okay.
She came down the stairs. I like looked at her. She makes eye contact with me. I'm like, I'm going to go in for the double look to see if we're having the same type of eye contact.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Because sometimes you make eye contact with someone and you're like, we're in love.
Right. And this felt like that to you.
That felt like that to me.
And you were
So
trying to
you
do a
double
double
check.
take.
Yeah, so I like kind of
Your
looked
due
down.
diligence.
And I don't know, I fidget with something or maybe I check my phone and then I look back up and she's still looking at me. Long.
What kind
Wow.
of expression? Like a smile, like a flirt, or just like a hello there?
Because there is a difference.
Give me some other options, Kate.
Or is it like a wait, I know you from somewhere. Or is
That's
it
my
like
favorite. That's my favorite look of all the looks. I feel like you too. What's that?
I dare you to come
Oh,
talk to me. I dare you right now, you little pussy.
No,
Come
it wasn't.
talk to
It
me.
wasn't that one. I almost wish it was that one.
Okay.
I don't know. I think what I got was cutie.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I got.
cutie.
All right.
Okay,
Okay.
that's what I got.
Yeah.
And that's what I was like trying to give off. And then I did my set, and I saw that at the end of the show, she was hanging out where I was packing up my stuff with her friend,
Okay.
and I was like, well, that's great. She's standing by my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Confirmed friend.
She's got a confirmed friend. Yeah.
Okay.
but they're very touchy-feely also.
Oh,
So it's a little bit strange.
Could be something there.
Interesting.
Coming back to this in a moment,
Okay.
the friend. So I am packing up my stuff. I see them kind of standing, kind of waiting in the area where a lot of people wait because it's like kind of adjacent to the stage.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I'm anxious for this person.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing this, I've been the person like waiting. And it's a very. Continue. Sorry.
you're so good.
At what?
You're just so
At what?
you're so magnetic.
That's so nice. Thanks. I could easily say the same about
It's true.
you.
You're very warm.
Thanks. I try
I
to
don't
be.
quite have what you have. I'm working on it.
I
but
don't quite have what you have or what you have.
There's different types of charisma.
That's true.
Yeah.
Am I giving you a maternal energy? Is it making you feel very safe?
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe it's just I haven't talked to my mom in a while.
And I'm reminding you of that. Is your mom the Jewish side of your family?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'm bringing to you right
You
now.
don't really look like I look like my mom.
I thought you were gonna say you don't really look Jewish. I was gonna be like, elaborate. I don't look
You're
like
like,
your mom.
oh, thank God.
I know. I saw Emily's eyes like kind of start to widen, and then like there was relief when you were
Yes.
like, "Oh, I'm glad I don't look like your mom," because that was.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm sorry. This person was waiting to talk to you. You're thinking something's.
Yes. And so I start to talk to her and her friend. It feels super good. Like it feels like, oh, I think she has a little crush on me. I have a little
Okay.
crush on her.
All right.
She's this British accent. She's an English accent.
Ugh.
Oh damn.
Jesus.
Oh holy fuck.
Honestly, like, how do you if you're attracted to someone British, that's one thing, and then if you start to date them, I don't think I could take them seriously. I'd be like, you could stop doing that now.
Stop
We've
doing
had
the
sex.
accent.
You could kill
You
the
got me.
act. Yeah, but okay, this is getting hotter.
It's hot, dude. It's hot. So I'm about to. I think something I'm questioning about my strategy is since the dawn of time, have been just very straightforward about how I feel.
Yeah.
If I like someone, I don't waste my time. I just kind of let them know pretty soon, as soon as I feel like they might be interested in me. I let them know that I'm interested so that we can both move on with our lives. And I find it's easier to have a friendship even if you just do it quickly and like rip the Band-Aid off, because then like no weird feelings have been established to interfere with a friendship. I'm really fast.
Yeah.
So I'm like getting ready, and this is not the first time I've just been like super fast about it. And I'm wondering if my confidence is too much now and I'm going in too fast.
Well, what did you say?
Well, I didn't say anything because this very strange girl walks over and
A third person?
a third person, totally
Oh,
separate,
no.
starts offering me dog biscuits.
Dog
Why?
biscuits?
She's like, "Great show. I have these dog biscuits. Do you want them?" And I'm like,
Does she even know about Fulton? Is she even a fan? Did you hear that? Dog biscuits. Pisses me off, right?
I've never seen him more asleep. This is peak comedy.
He's truly
Love it.
fully
That's
asleep.
fine by me. I'm happy with that.
Fulty. Oh, I'm
Oh
sorry,
my
buddy.
God.
I'm sorry. You can go back to
Fulton
bed.
is on Do Not Disturb.
She started offering me dog biscuits and career advice.
Oh.
She's like, I work in PR, and she will not stop. And
Works in PR.
yeah.
And starts with the dog biscuit offer?
I didn't say she was good.
Does she work for the dog
Right,
biscuit
does she
company?
work with her? She's just hawking the stuff.
Was she at the show? She saw
Yeah,
the show.
she's at the show.
Okay.
I keep moving my body to end the conversation to go back in, and these girls are still behind me.
Yeah.
And they're giggling with their little accents. The tension is building.
It is different. It's a different giggle. They giggle weird too.
So I'm like losing my mind.
Yeah.
This girl will not stop. I'm giving her every nonverbal cue.
Wait, I love how
I'm like fully
wait.
turning my back.
This
at
is
her.
so funny because for the romantic interaction, your policy is like, I say when I have feelings, I say when I don't, I'm clear about it, it saves us time. And then in the awkward, like nothing interaction, you're just like giving nonverbal cues that I don't want to talk to crazy biscuit lady.
You're so right.
Yeah.
I have
Where
a
was
har-
the straightforwardness then?
I have a hard time with that type of thing.
Yeah,
like,
no.
telling people. I feel guilty.
I feel so relieved because I'm bad at leaving a conversation. Like when me and my neighbor like start talking, like we need something to happen in order for like the conversation to end. The conversation about nothing to end.
My
like,
old
we're
manager-
both bad at it.
My old manager, I could not get off the phone with him. He'd just keep like chuckling, be like, ha, And I'd be like, okay, well, that's good.
So I'm so relieved when somebody does it. Like I was at a party once, or I was like speaking to someone, and then the conversation kind of came to a natural close, but there was nobody else had approached. There was no drink to refill. Like it was just like one of those awkward things where we could have gone in for another 10-minute nothing, and the guy just said, "I'm gonna take a lap." And I was like, great, talk to you later.
I love
and
the
it's
take
just
a lap.
perfect.
That
It's
is my
just like,
favorite thing to
thank
say.
God you've released us both from this hell.
Yeah.
I had someone last night.
Well, there's nothing worse than a really great conversation that ends with that period of like, oh, now we have to keep going.
You want to end on the high, too.
Yeah.
Leave them wanting more.
Yes. And I'm sure you've run into the situation, and you too, where last night someone like 3 times I was like, well, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah. So and I'm like, oh my God. I did the
I gave
the hand, the out 3 times. Like, and
for the listener, it's the extended arm and then lowering to your thigh and punctuating the conversation with a good old
It's a gesture of please exit. Like I'm like showing you to the door. Thank you so much for coming.
You have like the airplane tarmac signals being like, and now you're off.
That way. Yes. Which can sound dickish. I appreciate anybody who has something nice to say. But it's like, take your dose you're given of time. Take your allotted time.
Listen, take your ground up me like a pill. Get high and get out.
Exactly.
You've had your 3 minutes with the Emily Wilson.
God.
Peasant fool. Take it, leave. Let the rest have their moment with the star.
Please, there's a line. No one else waiting to talk to me. I'm like, thank you so much. It's actually time.
You're like, who's next? Everyone was like thanks for the someone brought me here.
Yeah.
It's like the bartender's wiping the bar. You're like, no more pictures. No more pictures.
I have to go. There's people. Empty bar. Yeah.
It's your boyfriend. He's like, there's no one here.
Yeah. He was the one complimenting me. I'm like, thank you so much, but later.
And finally, I was just like, this is over. I don't remember what I said, but I was like, this is done. We're done. So the tension is built up in me, much the way the listener probably feels for this giant interlude that we had in the story. The tension is out of control. I turn around. I just blurt. I go, I'm sorry. I think you're so cute. Can I have your number? Mm-hmm. And that was the first thing I said. First words out of my fucking mouth.
Yeah, that does. You skipped some pleasantries.
It was
there.
too abrupt. But the dog biscuit girl, it was just.
I don't know. I think if I heard that, I'd be like, yes, you can. Thank you for coming on strong. You know what you want.
It was strong.
I think really there's nothing wrong with saying that. I think first there could be a hi.
Yes, there should have been like, wow, that dog biscuit person was annoying. Yeah. That probably would have been. And I think the tension that I felt, I really thought that she was also feeling because they were just hanging out behind me.
So what did she say when you asked her?
She goes,
number?
and like I don't even think she made a sound, like it was just British English, you know, like that kind of thing. And I was like, I'm so sorry.
Understand.
Right.
Wait, you backed down before she gave an answer?
It was a long time.
Okay.
It was a Hugh Grant style.
Well,
you know,
I don't.
Oopsie daisy.
Don't exactly. Well,
that's a great British accent.
I know he's very good. But and so finally I felt like I had to alleviate her.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm sorry, that was really strong and abrupt, and take a minute to think about it. And then she was like, well, I'm only in town for a week.
I knew it. I was going to say, there's no way she lives here.
Well,
because of the accent.
Yeah, right.
Her friend also had an accent.
Okay.
And
the friend lives here.
The friend lives here.
I love British people in New York. I love that.
I do too.
Good for you. Coming over here, making the journey across the pond.
And I just was like, maybe was too strong again. And I go, oh, well, I'm not sure if you're politely rejecting me, which is so nice.
You said that?
Yeah. Or you really are only in town and we have to like coordinate this right now. And like the kind of thing. I don't think I said that exactly because that's like insane. But, you know, basically I was like, well, what do you mean? Because like if you're only in town for a week, I'll take you out this week was basically what I said.
Yeah.
And then she looks at her friend and they have this very long nonverbal communication. More Hugh Grant style bumbling back and forth.
Yeah.
And then
couldn't possibly.
Right. And then she turns back to me and she goes, Yes, it's a polite rejection. And I go, thank you I'm so sorry. I really didn't, mean to.
Maybe they were in.
Okay,
How do you know
so
they
I'm
weren't?
seeing two different scenarios.
Well, the
here.
friend goes,
Yeah, okay.
well, I'm interested. And,
Right,
I was basically like,
And then you had to be like, no. And this keeps happening.
this
Oh
keeps
no.
fucking
This sounds like it
happening.
has
I feel
nothing
so
to do
bad
with
for
you.
the friend.
Yeah.
Well, I said to the friend, it would be so inappropriate for me to ask you out. You are also so cute. I can't, that, but let me get you guys some free tickets or something. I'm so sorry to make this so uncomfortable
You guys
for
want
you.
some dog biscuits?
I bet.
Then I fully punched that girl in the face. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. That's my Will Smith slap.
I bet
Stop talking about the dog biscuits.
the girl who you were asking out probably was interested, but she couldn't do
Yeah.
that to her friend.
I don't know. what
I
happened.
bet that was the case. If she was giggling and was,
Yeah.
I guarantee you, that. If I were her and it was my friend is clearly likes
Right.
you, you're not allowed
She's
to.
probably actively wingmanning
And the friend
for
is
her,
Yeah.
the friend is a fan of the pod. The girl had no idea who I was. I was so overjoyed to hear that.
which
she
is
had no-
also something specifically that keeps happening.
yes.
Listen,
It
a
keeps
listener
people you're
will,
attracted to.
a listener will bring a hot
Their hot friend.
and
When I
Ashley's
say hot,
attracted
that's not
to
fair. Both of
the
these girls
hot-
are very attractive.
Okay, brings a hot friend that is
My hot friend.
that Ashley's very attracted to, and also fits Ashley's criteria of not really knowing who she is. And so then
So annoying.
you go straight
I was
for the
gonna-
honey pot. And the other friend is like, no, but me, I know everything about you. And you're like, but I don't want that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even really have to do with the
This
fact
is the
if they're
second
hot
time
or
this
not.
has happened to me.
Damn. I mean,
So funny.
but have you dated fans?
Not fans.
But people who know who you are?
At this point, it's fucking impossible.
I would imagine it's probably not something ideal.
Hook
To
up. I think
do.
hooking. It all depends, and it all depends on the person.
Yeah.
If someone's heard my podcast a handful of times or knows me from TikTok, I don't think there's anything wrong with hooking up with that person.
No, but
But I would never.
I could see how someone not knowing who you are is an extra attraction.
Yeah. It's very.
Romantically.
Yeah.
And you gotta nail it.
Damn.
It's like somebody who doesn't know who she is, but who also was just very impressed by seeing a performance. It's
Yeah.
It's a very narrow.
it's a very narrow little
and
window.
The more
Yeah.
I go viral, the more the window is just.
closing and
My
closing.
dreams
Good
are
problem
coming
to
true,
have.
and I'm getting lonelier and lonelier. Thank God. Censor it. Is queer.
You know what? I don't know if we're analyzing or giving opinions here on the situation, but I will say I don't think that you I don't think you should what you should take away from that is I gotta be different about my approach.
Yeah.
I think that was a great line.
Yeah.
If
Thank you.
I was this
It was
person
situational.
and what my friend was not already interested in you, and you came up to me and just simply said I'm sorry, I think you're so cute. Can I have your number? And I thought I would be like, yes, done. So I think
Thank
you
so much,
should
Emily. I feel so affirmed.
use the template again on hopefully somebody who is not in that situation.
Yeah,
I think
and I
it'll
also I hope people know I have total humility about who knows me and who I'm a speck of dust. You know what I mean? But there are some lesbians who know who I am. It's
And
tricky
that's cool.
to navigate. It
And
is
that's
cool.
good.
It is cool. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my gay sex from this week. I didn't have it, and
You came so close. So close.
listener, don't forget to support the Patreon, patreon.com/WHGS. That's how we pay Alex. He is a full-time employee of the podcast. We could not pay him on ads alone. That's how we pay Kate. And of course, me also. This is full-time work. So please consider going and donating. And in return for those donations, you get bonus episodes. You get comped tickets when I'm in your city. You get extended, unfiltered, uncut episodes, weekly access to my Zoom stream of my show in New York, and lots of other stuff. Patreon.com/WHGS. I am coming to Sacramento. There are still tickets left. Go get them. Nashville and Atlanta will definitely sell out. And I just added LA in early May along to Denver. Oh my God, there's so many. Raleigh, San Francisco, and that LA show will definitely be sold out. So go get your tickets, AshleyGavin.com. Sign up for the alerts. And listener, go support Kate. They are starting their regular show, the Lucas Spectacular. It's a comedy show, drag, variety, music, all kinds of great things. Go check it out. Union Hall in Brooklyn, Thursday, May 26th. At the Kate Sis, go check it out Thursday, May 26th, listener. Emily, did you have gay sex this week?
I did not, but In my life, I have.
I thought we were going to a Beatles riff there. In my life, I've loved them all.
Yeah. And if my life is one long week, then yes, I have.
And in a way, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah. Hopefully we're still on like Tuesday. I hope we're not. I hope I haven't hit Wednesday yet. Or Thursday or Friday, right, Fulton?
For the listener, the ear twitched. He heard his name.
The eyes still very closed.
And for the list, Fulton is like on the arm of the couch next to me. To my delight. To my pure delight.
Cutie gargoyle over there.
It's like talk show vibes where it's like the sidekick is there, except every time you go for like a little like riff with the sidekick, it's
nothing.
just an asleep cat giving you absolutely zero energy.
Which is fine by me, and I respect that. Great. I guess we will say yes. I did this week. For the sake of the question.
You're in a relationship. You're very happy.
I am in a relationship. I am in a happy relationship with a man. Like a typical bi girl having a boyfriend. We're everywhere. Parasites.
We're everywhere.
The bane of my existence.
Yes.
Actually, a bi girl with a boyfriend.
Well, because oftentimes you find out somebody's bi because they have a boyfriend and they need you to know that they're not straight. And that's how you know that they're bi.
Listener, we feel for you.
Yeah.
We feel for you, listener. We see you. You are seen. You are valid. I actually feel like a core part of our listenership is the queer person in a het relationship.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a lot of us.
And I use het in quotes because there are so many het appearing relationships that are not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they find their community, their little queer
Sneaky gay.
Yeah.
That would be the opposite of you.
Yeah, that is the
Sneaky
opposite.
gay of all time.
Yeah. So that is me. I live with my boyfriend, and thus there hasn't been much gay sex in my life in a while. But
you talk about girls with him ever?
oh yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah, and he knows and everything, and yeah, it is fun. It's fun. It's like cool that I can think someone's hot, and so can he. It's fun being a bi girl with a boyfriend. That's yeah. Shall I go on in the story? Or
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's all you have the floor.
Oh, I have the floor. Okay.
You adjust yourself.
I adjust myself. Yes. So yeah, when I was 15, I was on the X Factor, which if people don't know what that is, it's like an American Idol adjacent singing competition show. Air horn?
Yeah, air horn.
Cool. Thank you.
We don't have a Simon Cowell button.
Damn. You should
yeah.
get one.
Should.
What would it say though?
It's a that's dreadful. What
yeah,
does he say?
I don't think he has like a catchphrase.
No, he's
Like-
just mean. He's just an asshole.
Yeah, not to me. He really liked me actually.
Oh damn.
Oh,
Mhm.
really?
He was like the one judge that liked me.
That's the one
Yeah.
you need.
Yeah.
Right.
But then you could also argue if Simon's being really nice to you, that's almost a bad thing. That's how you know you're really bad. Because he's like it's so bad that he's like,
pity.
I'm just gonna be nice. Yeah.
Wow.
That's for you listener to decide if you ever see my audition. But I was on the show. I was 15. I went on it with my best friend and we sang as a duet together. And this is what my one woman show is about, the whole story. But long story short, we wound up getting to the finals. But what happened was we got to the boot camp round and they did with us what they did with One Direction. On X Factor in the UK in 2010, they made One Direction. They took these 5 solo artists in the boys category, brought them together, made the boy band One Direction. Huge, successful group, some might say.
Oh. Anyway, so they do this to you. They pair you with other people.
So they
were they bitchy?
Were they bitchy?
The people you got paired with.
Well, it was just like ridiculous. So they put us in. They have the successful boy band in the UK in 2010. The following year, the first season of the American show, they take me and
You're on the first season.
I was on the first
Incredible.
season. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the season you need to be on.
Right.
First 5 seasons. After that,
Yeah.
done.
Yes.
The
So-
earlier, the better.
Yeah, but also not really because the year after us was Fifth Harmony. Camila
shit.
Cabello.
Mixed gender.
So we kind of lost
mixed gender.
big time.
Mixed gender pop bands. Interesting. Hard to do.
Fifth Harmony was not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're saying
You're
our
mixed
group?
gender,
Yes.
yeah.
So
Oh.
what this was they took me and Austin, who was we auditioned as a duet. We called ourselves Awesome.
Fun.
And then they took us and 8 other kids. Like you could be 12. You only had to be 12 to audition for the X Factor, which is kind of sick if you think
That
about it. That is sick.
Pretty gross.
That you subject people to that at that age. So they took us and 8 other.
Want to have your period on live TV, kid?
Yeah, I didn't even have it yet. Can you believe that? I was 15. I didn't have it yet. I was on the
Wow.
show. Yeah, kind of like crazy. Anyway, so
Kind of
right,
just something
Alec,
crazy
Fulton,
to think about.
Fulton, chime in.
What do you think, Fulton?
So yeah, so they put us in this group of 10 kids to be on the show, mixed gender, ages 12 to 17. Just like, what on God's green earth?
It's a family band.
Way too many people.
And who would listen? Like,
Who would listen?
it was so. I knew it when it was happening. I was like, huh? Like, what is our fan base? Like, what are we gonna sing? Like, what
this
is
is how
this?
you know you're destined for
is
stardom, honestly.
This
I'm
is
like,
already
the fact
like-
that you're like, brand-wise, this doesn't make sense.
But also naturally, I was like, I'm in. I'm sold.
I'm
Keep
in.
me on the show. So happy to still be here. So that's what they did, and so I also came up with the name for the group, which was Intensity, because there's 10 of us, and it was spelled. It was spelled lowercase
Really
I N.
paving the way for Fifth Harmony,
Yeah,
honestly.
truly, it's like they just
You
cut it
should
in
get-
half
You
and
should get, what are the residuals on that?
on Fifth Harmony,
Yeah.
on their success. Yeah, I should. That's right, I should. Anyway, I'm in this group of 10 kids. We move on to the judges' houses round, which is the next round. Obviously, the show manufactured us. They're obviously going to send us to the live. There was no world in which we didn't get through if they made us. So we get through the live shows. I'm in 10th grade. You know, I move out to California. I skip school. Like, I'm fully
wow.
on the live part of the
Shit.
show now. Yeah. And but also like 10 kids, 10 moms, because we're all under 18 and couldn't be out there alone. So that's like
You turned on?
By the moms?
by the moms
Yeah.
being there.
Yeah, all those moms rubbing their boobies on each other and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what they were doing. Their first time in California. They
You're a
realized.
mom. I'm a mom.
Oh.
We're moms.
Oh, there's not enough room for all us moms in this one room. Guess our boobies are kind of rubbing up against each other.
The kids are like, okay, should I do middle C now?
Simon's
or-
like, no,
Yeah.
this is interesting.
Yes. Film them. So we advance. We get to top 17, which is the first live show. And again, the judges pick who goes on from there. They pick us because, again, can't make a group and then not send them forward. And then the following week was the top 12. It was the first time America could vote. And naturally, we got voted off. The first time America had a say. And so that was, we get sent home. And so on these shows.
Immediately, America's like, what is the brand here?
Yeah, I mean, truly, like they saw us and were just like, sorry, like what is this? What are we supposed to get about this?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's other like super talented solo acts on this show. We're singing like 3-6-9 and Footloose. Like I don't know what was going through their heads. Like it's really nuts. And I think they knew as soon as they did it. They were like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
like this is not actually. Fun fact, you know Fletcher. Fletcher was the other manufactured group of that season.
She's in a different group.
She was in Lakota Rain, which was a 4-person girl group. She is great. She's very great. Yeah, so we get kicked off of the show, and what they do on these shows is when you get kicked off, you like that night have to go to a separate like elimination hotel. Like,
Are you serious?
Yeah,
of
no,
course you
they,
have to keep
like-
everybody separate.
And by the way, I had to sign. I didn't realize this until recently. I got dinner with another person who was on my season, and she reminded me that we had to sign contracts that said we could not talk about it for the next 5 years. So I didn't even
Only 5?
realize. Well, yeah. I mean, people move on with the internet in a week.
That's
no one
true,
was going to
that's
care
true. Right.
about anything on
Yeah,
the
that's
show
true.
5 years later.
Right.
But so they immediately like scoop you out because you're so upset, and they like
Right.
take you to this other hotel. Like truly in the middle of nowhere. It was like middle of nowhere, California. Like it was off a highway where there was just this hotel like in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, so you're trapped in the loser hotel with 10 sweaty, steamy moms.
Yes. And there's
And what
sweaty,
happened?
steamy, pubescent children. And I mean, naturally, you can imagine, you know, we've now known each other for a couple months. We've spent a lot of time together. We're all budding, pubescent children who
want to be famous.
whose dreams just got crushed.
Stomped.
Everything just got
the
taken.
emotional
Stomp.
intensity.
We are vulnerable. We are horny, you know, drinking the liquor in the fridge, the little bottles.
Oh, it was a nice hotel. They had a mini fridge.
And like, you know, we're
I
just...
can't believe they made you sign NDAs that you wouldn't say anything for
But
5
they
years,
didn't
but they
check
didn't take
the
the
mini
liquor
fridge.
out of the
Yeah.
mini fridge.
Yeah, I know.
Wild.
Yeah, like we
think about
literally
that.
don't care about these kids. We hope they fucking OD in this nothing hotel tonight.
That would
Truly.
because
at
ratings
least
would
then we'd have their
skyrocket.
Yeah.
silence.
Yeah, exactly.
Their
Then they'll
ratings
shut
would
up.
be off
No,
the
it would be
charts.
off. There would be a whole special the next week about
Yeah.
the OD'd children.
And also, I mean, mind you, the mini bottles in the fridge was enough to get us plastered. I mean, at that age, like you
Oh,
take
right.
one sip of vodka and
Yeah.
you're just like taking your clothes off.
Let's
and
go.
we start drinking and playing music and dancing and like grinding or whatever and like crying. Like we're so upset. And you know, all
Super
those
emotional. It's
So
emotional.
it was very emotional. It was like first of all, that's a lot to put on a like child of like
Yeah.
they get a taste of fame, they think all their dreams are coming true.
Yeah.
You move out to California, you drop your whole life at home,
and they don't
like,
understand.
And no, of course you don't understand. Like you don't get that it was a game all along. Like you just don't. It was like truly an awful, and like I genuinely think it like altered my
Brain chemistry.
obviously. Yeah, like I think it was like there is a
Turned me
realness
gay.
that when I turned to be gay, there was I had a therapy session once where it was like I like briefly was like yeah blah 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 and I think probably because of X Factor and they're like I'm sorry what, and I was like oh yeah when I was 15 I was on, and they were like I'm sorry we gotta back up here, you gotta lay this out. So yeah, but I don't know, I don't really think it affected me. Obviously, a joke. I don't think it
Perfect. That was so
impacted me at all. Yeah, so this is back to the hotel
Well, you're born to
room.
be famous, Emily.
Oh, please.
It would have something like this would have happened.
Found my way back at some point.
That was wonderful, gay sex.
Thanks. Yeah, it was
Go
you
see
know,
Emily's show.
yes.
We have a lot of
please come
UK
see it.
listeners. If
Oh,
you're
yeah.
there for Fringe, Edinburgh in
Yeah.
August, go
Please
see
come.
Emily. Mark your calendar right now. Kate, did you have gay sex this week?
All right, my gay sex for the week is a little follow up on the plumber story.
Great.
We had a plumber come, and you know it's always a little nerve wracking being like, "Hi, I'm me, and this is my wife," to like a total stranger. And you know
Right.
he was like a really old guy, like I think like Italian Puerto Rican guy, and you know he's there with his other men, and there's always like a little awkwardness and like revealing that you're queer. But he was very sweet, and he was like, "Oh, my daughter is also named Chelsea, and she also has a girlfriend," like very sweetly, just like. And then went into this whole thing about how he like suspected that she was gay, and like you have to support your kids because their happiness is the most important thing to you as a parent. Extremely sweet. So I talked about that on the pod. People wrote in. They were like, "Oh my god, it gives me hope." When I tell you this plumber
Really?
fucked me over.
Oh my god. Wait, you really glazed over the hope.
Yeah.
From the,
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
Gives me
great.
help,
It gives
blah,
me-
blah, blah.
I don't have any fucking hope. This plumber fucked me so fucking hard. I am furious.
What happened?
I'm so mad. Okay,
Oh,
so
wait. Was the whole wall issue related to this plumber?
yes, but that's not his fault. But so we, you know, what happened to us was the water stopped working, then the dishwasher stopped working, then the water started working again, and the dishwasher was not working. So we were like, "Oh, this has been weird. Let's call a plumber," because I thought that's what you do. And so when he got there, the water was back. All that was happening was the dishwasher wasn't working. And he goes, "Oh, it's frozen pipes." So we paid this guy a buttload of money to take the entire counter away from the wall
Whoa.
and like replace the
I didn't
pipe and
realize
put
this
in
was the same
insulation.
plumber.
Yes. So
Okay.
you know, side note, he finds that the wall is like completely fucking rotted or whatever. So like ultimately, I'm glad I know that, and that's not his fault. And he was not there to fix it. So he just like
Did he call
does
you
all
a
this
dyke?
shit. No. I wish he called me a dyke
You
instead of
wish the
taking my
plumber had been-
$2,200 fucking dollars and not solving the fucking problem. They do all this thing, they put it all back, and the dishwasher still doesn't fucking work.
Oh my god.
And so I've been calling him, being like, "Hey, the problem we called you."
I'm so excited. I'm
About?
so excited to hear what kind of gender thing is about to happen in this story. I'm like really trying to predict
Literally
it
nothing.
comedically
I literally
so that
just
I can
like
serve.
I
you're
literally
just venting
I
about
want
the
the
plumber.
people
This
who
is a
have
gender
hope.
story because you came into this queer space. And as a man, you're dominating it with this story about home improvement. So it is a gender story for you, Kate. You are a man.
I literally wish he came in saw me, saw Chelsea, and was like, I don't do dykes, and left. Like, that was
That would've been
literally,
better than what you
if
meant.
he came in and was like gay and slapped me on the ear and left, I would prefer that to being out $2,200 for a fucking dishwasher that still doesn't work. I'm furious. And like, I kept calling and being like, hey, like, we're having the problem. It's 65 degrees, so it's not the frozen pipe like you thought it was. Like, can you please come back? And he kept scheduling dates to come back, and he kept no-showing or bailing on me.
Ghosting.
Yeah.
Does his queer daughter know about this? You know she's listening to the podcast.
Wait, that's my dad.
He kept ghosting me. So then I called
That'd be so fucking
That would
funny.
be amazing.
Oh my God, like, that's my dad? Yeah. Okay.
Listener,
here's the
write
thing.
in. Do you have a Puerto Rican plumber dad that lives in New York City?
Italian,
I'm so
Puerto
sorry.
Rican.
Italian, Puerto Rican.
So here's where I am. It's very nice that he was fucking all nice to me, and I'm in a bad position because I like the guy. So I don't feel like I can call him and be like, listen up, you stupid fuck. Like, if you don't come back, I'm going to fucking give you a 0 on Yelp up your ass every day for the next 365 days.
The
Like-
accent so you don't sound like a Karen.
I
Listen
just
here, you fuck.
I don't
I'm
even
going to give you a
Yeah, if you
0
just
on Yelp.
Change the intonation.
That's inherent. That's like inherent in me.
I know.
Like, I don't get entitled. I get like prone to physical violence. Like,
Again, Kate. Again.
But you were not doing any of this.
no,
You were
I
avoiding
kept
the con-
being like,
he was kind of like your PR biscuit person. And you didn't know what to do.
I kept being like, so we count on you to be here tomorrow for our appointment time? Like, I kept being like so nice because he had been so nice to me, and then I was getting angry at myself for being nice. Like, all I want to do is rip this guy a new one and have my dishwasher be fixed or get my money back. I'm infuriated. I feel infuriated, and so I want to dash everybody's hopes about the nice plumber as some sort of cosmic revenge against him because I can't get the fix. I called the
Do you feel
begrudgingly-
emasculated that you can't fix the problem?
Of course I do. That was part of the original thing. The whole thing is emasculating. So I don't even know how to, like, first of all, I got the plumber on a recommendation. The whole thing is emasculating. It's emasculating that I can't fix the problem myself. It's emasculating that I can't seem to hire someone who can solve a fucking problem because in the beginning of 2020, our roof was leaking, and so we paid for a whole new, brand new roof, and it still leaks.
See, this
So
is
I keep just-
homeowner issues.
Yes,
Because you don't have a
it is.
super.
It is.
You
Well,
gotta,
also the last couple places I lived did have supers, and they also didn't do anything, so I did have to solve those problems. But
I have a good super. I have a good super. Sue me. I got a good super.
I went on a huge rodent control rampage at one of my former apartments because the super wouldn't do anything. Anyway, it's emasculating. It is
I
emasculating.
feel that you might be avoiding your destiny.
Of being what?
I don't even...
A handyman?
Yeah. Like, I don't even know that that comedy is for you. I think you have
The
to...
sheer passion.
I think you need to have bottom surgery and become a handyman. I think that's your destiny. Not the two are not. You can be a handyman without... Just FYI, for those of you about to cancel me, you can obviously be a handyman without any bottom surgery. You don't have to. But I feel you are so passionate.
I'm not passionate about how to fix a roof or how to switch a pipe out. I am impassioned that I can't solve the problem myself. Emasculating. I can't find someone to solve the problem theirself. Emasculating.
You can't even call him a homophobe.
I can't even call this guy gay.
You can't even write on the Yelp review, we're gay and he ruined our house because we're gay.
And then there's, I think what it is then I get to the point where I feel like I have to be nice.
Yeah.
Like, the roof guy came back 4 times to try to fix the problem, and every time he came back sad with his little ladder, I was just like, oh, he's just trying just like everybody else.
Yes.
Or he's doing
Yes.
an act.
And maybe it's a good
or
he's-
it's an act for
an
this
act.
reaction. He knows exactly what he's doing.
You know,
never know.
And the plumber guy being like, I can't come, or like, yeah, no, this was never my job to fix the dishwasher. Like, instead of sticking up for myself, I become like very nice. Like, I want to scream at them. I want to ream their asshole on Yelp.
Something takes
I want to
over.
demand my money back.
Listener,
I want to demand a fix, and I don't, because I think I go into my training, which is as a woman,
yes,
don't create
yes
conflict.
Listener, write in. Are you a lesbian with a home improvement background?
Please help me.
Please help Kate.
Well, you know what sucks
Kate
too?
is not enough of a man to do this himself. So you, my dyke listener, must come in with your tool belt and save him from the man that he is not. I hope you know I'm joking, right?
No, yes, no,
I
but
think
also
you're a
please
man.
do write in if you have a home fixing
absolutely.
business.
We will sponsor you on the podcast. We will plug you on Instagram. Please, I can't hear about this anymore.
This week just makes me think, like, in my adulthood and more I'm realizing it sucks to find out that like behind every job is a person, and like there's no like
That you can't verbally
system.
abuse.
No, not exactly that, but like in my mind as a child, it's like, oh, the plumber's coming, therefore the thing will be fixed. And
Right.
it's like, no,
Yeah.
behind
You think
everything
adults have a power.
is a human being who like could be bad at their job or could be having a bad day. It's like
Is bad at their job.
Is bad
I
at
will
their
say
job.
95% of the population bad
Is
at their
bad
job.
at
I'm talking to you, listener.
and it's like there's no thing is not like human run. Which sucks. That's why there's like errors and shitty jobs done everywhere.
And that's
it's
why
like,
this planet is going down.
Exactly. What do we got?
Well,
6.5 years left?
I
Maybe.
think it's this.
Cool.
Gender-wise, I do think it's weird, because I think my reaction to avoid the conflict and not stand up for myself, that's like a training woman thing. But then what's also going on is, I think as I've gotten older, there is kind of an empathy for that reality.
Yes,
It's like,
of course.
Like, look at this guy carrying his fucking ladder. Look at this guy
know.
working, even
I
though
know,
he like has grandchildren that he could be spending time
Yes.
with. Like, I think it's good that the empathy kicks in. I'm glad that I like.
It also makes it easier to tolerate some of the shit you're going through when you have the empathy for the people.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I have empathy so that I didn't scream at someone and make their
Yes.
day even worse. However, I then feel angry at myself. And so I don't know if I'm feeling resentful about the kind of like training, be a nice woman femininity, or if I think that empathy, if I've somehow fucked up wise equated empathy with like femininity.
There's a thing in between.
Even though
Yeah,
I
there's
think
got to be an in between, but it's hard to find that in between of like being like firm with your words
Yeah.
and not feeling like you're being the opposite of empathetic.
right.
Yeah.
Like it feels
Yeah.
like you can't like say what you need to say and have an opinion that's like presenting a conflict
Yeah.
without it feeling like
Yeah.
you are not being empathetic.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's this, it's like it's very strange. And the weird thing is, I think I've grown into more empathy as I've more grown into myself. So even I know logically that my empathy is not like a inherently feminine trait.
It's not feminine.
No.
But the okay, well then perhaps another day, like that the octave going up, because when I'm
there's a
mad,
fear.
I go down here and I'm angry
I
and I
think-
don't go Karen. But when I'm of course that shouldn't be a problem for you to reschedule again.
Yeah.
I think the fear of being perceived as a bitch for your anger,
Yeah.
that is a feminine.
Universal
Yeah.
too, I would say.
Yeah. I'm sure men sometimes feel like they don't want to be perceived as angry, but as like a tall woman with brown hair and a
Right.
low voice
I don't think
who
you have a
is
low voice.
legitimately angry all the time. No, but like,
Yeah,
I have been perceived
The angry lesbian.
as the angry lesbian, and I've leaned into it because I've had much more success leaning into it than trying to avoid it.
Right.
So I just scream at plumbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, just have Ashley
Well, then
call the
there's
plumber.
and then a level of that kind of perception that I don't have to deal with is the additional like angry black lesbian.
Yes, of
stereotype,
course.
which is
Right.
obviously even harder
Yeah.
to deal with. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, it's gonna be fine ultimately.
Someone fix Kate's plumbing.
Yeah, that's the conclusion.
Please.
Well, so what we found out in the process of him ripping the counter out
yeah, get all the info out there for the person.
was that like
That's gonna fix your house.
the inside of the walls are just rotted 1900.
Oof.
What?
Like, what do you even do about? What does that even mean? Your walls are rotting, so now what? Like,
Exactly.
like how do you fix that?
I don't
like, what
know.
does that mean?
So now I'm even
Ugh.
more just like fucking panicked. Like, how are we gonna do this? So seriously,
Forget it. I'm never
if
having
you're
kids.
if you're
I'm never getting a house.
a lesbian contractor, please call me. It sounds so desperate. It's because I am.
You should honestly, we should find someone, film the whole thing, put it on YouTube. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. This is my business brain. How we can
Everybody wins.
Get a
fix
plumber who
Kate's
wants
house
exposure.
for free. Get Kate a bunch of views on YouTube. Get this lesbian contractor company on YouTube.
They get more gigs. It's great.
This is I should go with that because the only suggestion I've got so far, this sounds like the most man thing imaginable, is a guy was like, let's just wrap the whole house in vinyl siding. Like, don't do anything about the interior, damn it. Just wrap the whole house
That can't be right.
in vinyl siding. I was like, that can't be real. It
You know what
seems
that
like
reminds
such
me of?
What?
This is so pretentious. This joke is the most pretentious joke I've made on this podcast. Jean-Claude and Christo, someone knows. Someone listening knows. They wrap buildings in fabric. Full buildings.
Why?
Massive
For
art.
art?
Oh, cool.
Is it waterproof?
I think it costs millions of dollars. Tens of
Probably.
millions.
It sounded, at first I was like, okay, wrapping my house in just another layer of shit sounds like the most man thing imaginable. But also, it kind of sounds like just putting a giant condom on my house, which a man, of course, would never do. Because
Doesn't
feel as good.
bingo.
All
anyway,
right.
that's my gay sex.
and I think we're definitely
Way
at
over time. You
Long,
can cut some
epic,
of that.
Epic episode. No, we were all three of our stories were epics.
Thanks for having me on.
Butt
I had so
plugs.
fun.
Butt plugs. I
Oh,
almost
yeah.
forgot butt plugs. Follow Kate, you piece of shit, at the Kate Sisk on everything.
Indeed.
Follow me as well. Sign up for my tour dates. Emily, what do you have going on?
I'm at The Real Emily Wilson on pretty much everything. And I've got my one-woman show that I'm doing. If you're in New York, I'm doing it at Asylum, NYC. You can follow me for dates. Yeah, and then if you are going to be at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival this August, I will be doing my one-woman show there. And come on out and see it. Otherwise, or don't. It's actually fine if you don't. Me reverting into that. It's fine if you don't want to. It's like no big deal.
No worries if not.
Yeah, no worries if not.
My gay thought this week is based on real stuff. I'm constantly getting flagged in algorithms. I recently found out that this podcast has difficulty selling ads because of the name of the podcast. So every time I post gay or sex, especially together, I get knocked around by these algorithms, the social media, brand stuff. It's crazy. So I want to thank the patrons who support my work really quick, because whenever these systems are failing me, which they often are, they come in, patreon.com/WHGS. It's so annoying. And a couple of you had written in to me on Instagram, also frustrated by this for your various reasons. And it's just wild. It's just wild. I found out my text alert went down for almost 24 hours possibly because I used the word gay in it. Or it could be the porn I'm sending everyone. Have a good week, listener.